Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fox 5, the show that explores the wonderful world of Fox Rehabilitation through an original list created by a Fox colleague. Please welcome back to the Fox 5, Fox Rehabilitation physical therapist and regional director, Joe Nocera. Welcome back.
Great to be back. Thank you, Jim.
You had fun during the first one, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't come back.
This is true.
I wouldn't make you do two if you hated doing it.
This is accurate. I believe you.
So your first Fox 5 was about Florida.
Right.
Joe, what is your Fox 5 about this time around?
5 things I learned being a regional director.
So before we begin, can you tell everyone what is a regional director?
Regional director oversees the clinical team in a specific region. My particular region happens to stretch from Hudson, Florida down to Venice, which is about 120 miles on the Gulf Coast of Florida. So couldn't ask for a more beautiful stretch of land. They call it Nature's Coast for a reason. It's gorgeous. And I get to oversee the PT, OT, and speech services and manage the senior living community relationships.
And it's such a large region because you started the region.
Yeah, it started in one building and it stretched to 12 buildings, and now we're in house calls and just continuing to spread our orange flow.
So off camera, you said there could have been 5,000 things I put on this list, but you limited it to 5.
To 5. I guess my top 5 or my most appropriate 5.
Okay. So what is number 1 on your Fox 5?
Number 1 probably was one of the tougher ones to take, and that is rejection is okay. You're going to get a lot of rejection when you're new in a state, in a de novo region, as we call it. You're going to get a lot of no's. People are not going to understand what we do. So when we go to senior living communities to market, you're going to hear it a lot. No, not interested. My first goal was to get past the gatekeeper, which we call the receptionist. And I learned from Romeo Gallo, from Trenton Ozipak, director of senior living properties, their techniques and I try to find my own flow and how I was going to kind of get through that gatekeeper, because that's everything. Once you get past them, it's big. It's big. You're getting to the decision maker. So rejection is okay. It's going to happen a lot. You're going to go into 20 buildings on a given day and you may get 2, come on and talk to me. And 18, we'll talk to you or we'll call you. So rejection's okay.
That's not just great advice for a regional director. That's great advice for life.
This is true. I talk to my kids all the time about stuff like that. So absolutely.
Yeah. Don't let a no get you down.
No, should be more driven and yeah.
So Joe, what is number 2 on your Fox 5?
Number 2, Fox culture is so powerful. I knew it in the region of Long Island, just from a clinical perspective, being a clinician. But when I got here into the role of just 1 and just 2 and just 3, we grew by the week, by the month, by the year. And it was just something remarkable that we had to inject in them our culture. And I didn't think it was so possible. Coming from a sports background and having that team first kind of mentality, it's contagious. Everybody rocks the orange. Everybody rocks the Fox. Every single team, every single person on our team is wearing Fox attire all day, every day.
That's why I joined Fox. If it wasn't for the culture, I wouldn't be here.
Right? Yeah.
And I knew of it before I joined.
Right.
All right. So Joe, that brings us to number 3 on your Fox 5.
Number 3 on my Fox 5 is our support. Our support, I never knew how amazing it was until I became a director. We have recruitment, we have sales, we have clinical operations, we have quality assurance, we have our clinicians on the ground. It is such an awesome support system that it actually attracts clinicians to come. And that's how we're getting to grow so much bigger here in the state of Florida, is people are talking about our support that they don't get at other places. So that in itself is a marketable tool for us to kind of sell. And who's the best salesman, but somebody who's actually doing it, and clinicians that are on the team already. I'm getting so many people from that referral source. It's pretty awesome.
And it comes from all levels. Like, there's a ton of support for clinicians, but I'm sure when you went down to Florida, you by yourself being the regional director, I'm sure there was a ton of support for you as well.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Romeo Gallo, my mentor, the VP of operations now, was my biggest support. You know, he is an incredible person and super, super, super positive person.
Yeah.
Try
Romeo
to
Gallo
find
is
negativity.
he's a force of nature.
Yeah.
And that brings
Absolutely.
us to number 4 on your Fox 5.
Number 4, I guess it could be kind of comical, but I never knew this was the case. Morale events are lots of work. Oh my goodness. They're fun and they are so, so positive, but they're lots of work. Our last one down here was in Sarasota Beach, where we filmed our Spirit Night video. Actually, we went back to the scene, set up tents. I ordered food. We got drinks. We got, all types of games, jet skis. People bought jet skis. We had 23 people come on a Saturday afternoon on a busy Sarasota beach day, trying to find parking, which I thought was amazing. That many people really came out on their time off. But it was so much work. It was so worth it. But I never realized how much work goes into those things that my boss was doing prior, and my regional director up in Long Island.
But when you put in that effort and you see the results, like you said, it's definitely worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it. Every single one so far has been more than worth it. It's just amazing.
And then that brings us to number 5 on your Fox 5. 5 things Joe learned about being a Fox Rehabilitation regional director.
Number 5, it's that old thing where sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And timing and luck can be everything. I have gone into a community about 30 times, once every week, once every other week, trying to talk to them about us getting in the building. No. Then we finally get in just for treating. One day I walk in the door and they just fired the entire admin team and corporate was in there. And I looked to the right and I said, "Hi, my name is Joe." That's literally all I had to say. They're like, "Who are you? What do you do? We want you in this building. We want you in that building." So here we are. Here I am. Hours and hours of work. I run into the right people at the right time. She's like, "I'm the one who makes the decision. I'm a corporate nurse. We want you in this building here and we want you in Venice. I'm going to make it happen."
That's the timing portion of it. And I think they're lucky to have Fox.
Heck yeah.
Because we're the best in the business.
We are the best.
It's funny, Joe, when I worked in television, people would always come up to me and they would say, "How do you get to work in TV?" And I said, "You know what? It's all about timing and luck. But when timing and luck strike, you have to be ready and prepared. And if you're not, sorry."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you were prepared.
I'm totally prepared. Like 2 years here, every day you learn more, but you're more and more prepared. And that's why I love my job more and more every day. So I'm a lucky guy.
Well, Joe, always a pleasure chatting with you. Thanks again for taking the time to do this.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much.
For Joe Nocera, my name is Jim Shear, and we will see Yins later.